Hello guys, my name is Shubham Girme. So today's Viva topic is the MVC architecture in Java. So let's see it in the details. What is MVC architecture in Java? The MVC architecture means as the model view controller, and it is a well-known design pattern in the web development field. It is a way to organize our code, and it specifies that program to the application in the small consist of the data model presentation, and it contains the information as well as the control information. So the MVC pattern needs all these components to be separated as the different objects. So in this Viva topic, we will discuss about the MVC architecture along with the advantages and disadvantages and the examples to understand the implementation of the MVC in Java. So let's move towards the model designs based on the MVC architecture follows the MVC design pattern, and the application of the logic is the separated from the user interface while designing the software using the model designs. The MVC pattern architecture consists of there are the three types. The first one is that the model represents the business layer of the applications, and it is the object to carry the data, but the data can contains also the controller logic, and that logic is to update the controller. And if the content the data is changed, then the second one is that the view. It represents the presentation of the layer of that application, and that view is used to visualize the data of the model. The third one is that the controller. Controller works on the both the model and the view. It is used to manage the data, the flow of the applications, and the data flow of the model to update the object and to update the view whenever the data is changed. So in the Java programming, the model contains as the simple like the Java classes, the view, and the view is used to display that data, and the controller contains the servlets. Due to this separation of the user request and process as follows: a client browser sends to the request to the controller on the server side for the page. The controller then calls the model and it gathers the requested data. Then the controller transfers that data and retrieve to the view layer. So now and that the result is sent back to the browser. So along with the advantages of the MVC architecture in Java, so let's see the advantages of MVC architecture are in details. The first one in the advantages is that the MVC has the feature of the scalability, and that it turns the helps the growth of the applications. The components are easy to maintain because there is no dependency. The third one is that the model is reused to multiple views, and that it provides the reusability of the code. The fourth one is that the developers can work with the three layers. The first one is the model, the second one is the view, and third one is the controller simultaneously. The fourth one advantage is that using the MVC architecture, the application becomes more understandable using MVC, because each layer is that maintained separately. So therefore, we do not require to deal with the view code. So the extensioning and the testing of that application is easier as compared to other. The implementation of MVC, to implement that the MVC pattern, we required the three classes. Like the first one is the employee class. That employee class will act as a model layer. The second one is the employee view class. That the view class is will act as a view layer. And the third one is that the controller class. The employee controller class will act as a controller layer. So that contains the three layers. Let's see in the details. The model layer. The model layer, MVC designs the patterns, acts as a data layer for the application, and that it represents the business logic for the application and also the state of that application. The model object that fetch and restore that the model state in the database. So using the model layer, there are the rules are applied to the data, and that data represents the concepts of the applications. The second is that the view layer. So as we know about the view layer, the view represents the visualization of our data, and the data is received from the model. So the view layer consists of the output of that applications or the user interface, and it sends the requested data to the client that is fetched from the model. And the third one is that the controller layer. The controller gets the user request from the view layer, and that the process them with the necessary validations, and it acts as an interface between the model and the view. And then the requests are then sent to the model for data processing, and once they are processed, if the data is sent back to the controller, and then it displayed on the from the view. The first one is that the main class that contains the Java file. There are the following examples are that displays to the main file to implement the MVC architecture. That the MVC main class the pages the employee data from the method, where we have that enter the values, and then it pushes those values in the model, and that after that it initializes the view of like that the employee view, and when the view is initialized, then the controller controls and invoked as well as the employee class, and that contains the employee method of the controller update the employee details to the console. So that's all about the all over information of MVC architecture in Java. Thank you guys.